Seltzer is now live in over 2,500 locations across the United States. We're now available in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, Idaho, Illinois, Michigan, Montana, Oregon, and Texas. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and find the nearest location closest to you.
Live from our studios in Austin, Texas, this is Drinkin Bro's Fake News with Ross Patterson, Dan Holloway, Papa G with the traffic,
How you feel?
Not good.
Yeah?
field reporter Hot Bob, and Delco Dan with sports. Welcome to Fake News.
Yeah, welcome to Drinkin Bros Fake News, everybody. Bringing you the realest, fakest news of the week. My God, what a week it's been, huh? What a week it's been. Did you hear that breaking news that just happened?
No.
Homegirl out of New York there, Stefanik, they just unnominated her? What was her job? Elise Stefanik.
She's in Congress in New York.
She's in Congress in New York, but she was nominated for a position in Trump's cabinet.
UN ambassador.
Twitter is currently down now. Bob, you were correct. Twitter's down for us on desktop, but the mobile's working, which is weird over there. So who knows? What was she going to do?
UN ambassador, which is a fucking pointless job. I mean, the only thing the UN ambassador should do is go to the UN and tell them we quit.
Okay.
But I don't know if it was an issue of her being able to get confirmed or if it's just they didn't want to lose that seat in Congress. I think it's probably the latter.
Really? Okay. Because she's out of New York?
Correct.
And she's the only repube out of there?
The only one I'm familiar. Well,
I don't know another one.
There's half a dozen, I think, repube Congress people from New York, but she's definitely the most notable.
Okay.
She's
Bob?
Upper New York. Albany's right outside of her district. It's like on the border with Vermont and stuff.
Yeah, that's like
that.
North Central, kind of.
Okay. How to survive in North Central? Bob, you got Twitter up there, it looks like.
It came back up.
Okay. Because you're watching baseball, I see. Is today opening day?
There's something about Bob Euchre on there. What is that?
It's
the
for the
first tweet that
Brewers
came
because
up.
it's a
Oh,
Brewers
man,
Yankees.
I love Bob Euchre. Is today opening day of baseball?
Yeah, it is, baby.
Got our jerseys on.
now.
Congratulations, everybody. I don't know, man. I'm in a dark room all day. I don't really know what's going on unless I talk to you guys about real life things here. We got Phillies versus Braves. Braves going to be any good this year, Bob? You guys did Tomahawked podcast yesterday.
Yeah, we're going to the playoffs. Should win the division, but definitely going to the playoffs.
Braves are probably an 82-win team, probably.
Yeah.
I think the Phillies are probably a 60-win team.
Yeah, I think
Something
so.
like that.
Bryce Harper probably gets injured. He's soft.
Yeah, he's
ringless for another year.
He is soft as kitten paws.
Yeah.
That
How
guy.
old is he, by the way?
He's like 33, 34, I think now.
Because this is going to start to creep in of how many years does he have left
He's not.
without
No, he's
getting a World
he's
Series?
32.
He's 32, and he's not soft. He's had freak injuries. At no point in that man's career has he been soft.
Yeah, he
Just to be
rocks,
clear.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Bryce Harper, actually, even though he is our rivals there at the Atlanta Braves. All right, a little bit of real news here at the top before we hop on into it today. 33 days left on wefunder.com/hardafseltzer, man. I'm looking at that now. That's crazy, man. So, again, the government sets that up. The SEC sets that up, and then they taketh away, I guess. We need to start getting rid of all these people.
Yeah, they can SEC these nuts. How about
And
that?
they might, dude. They might. What if they showed up at your house, the SEC, and said, hey, Dan, we heard you on today's fake news. Can I SEC those nuts?
Here's my advice to you or anybody that shows up to my house. Wear level 4 plates. The end.
I know we was talking about First Form on the show. We got a ton of listeners here in the studio today. They're like, oh, man, you guys really have all this stuff and do all this. I was like, yeah, it's all real. I don't even know if they're a sponsor today, but I got out of the gymnasium after blasting my quads, and I forgot to take my micro factors here, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the opportunity to do that. But with Twitter up, are they just showing baseball all around the world? Is that what the issue was?
No, it was just down because Twitter's clunky.
It's his feed, though.
Twitter's
First thing
definitely
that's
not
gonna pop
clunky.
up is
There's
baseball.
probably another denial of service attack.
Okay.
They get lit up on a regular basis
Yeah, they do.
by everybody, you know.
But I am watching baseball right now.
Okay,
Got
yeah.
Yankees, Brewers, Braves start in like 40 minutes.
Proud of you, Bob. Proud of you, Bob. Top story, though, today, NPR and PBS, they got to go. They got to go here at this point. The heads of the nation's top public broadcasters faced an intense grilling from lawmakers Wednesday on Capitol Hill over their outlets' funding and editorial objectivity. The House Oversight and Government Reform Subcommittee hearing came as Republicans and allies of President Trump have assailed public media organizations like NPR and PBS as too liberal and news coverage, while the broadcast networks have come under heavy scrutiny from Trump's FCC over their journalism and fundraising practices. Give us a few takeaways here from the hearing.
NPR is gay.
Okay.
That's it.
That was it? Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
No, so repubes, which were led by our dear friend Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is the most reasonable person I've ever met.
Yeah, dude. She was great on the show.
Yeah, and in person she's always nice too.
Yes.
Unless you're a British reporter. I don't know if you saw that yesterday,
did.
but she was like, why don't you go back to your fucking shithole country?
No.
Shut the fuck up. I thought that was pretty funny. She accused the NPR CEO, Catherine Mayer, and PBS president, Paula Kerger. It's shocking that there's two communist women in charge of these organizations.
Weird, huh?
Presiding over news organizations that are biased against conservatives and out of touch with large swaths of Americans, which is very clearly true. I mean, for NPR, rather, of the 87 or so writers and editors they have, 87 out of 87 are registered Democrats. Sorry, like 100%. There's no wiggle room for debate right there. There's no wiggle room. Like, you have to just admit that we're a propagandizing organization. She says people who listen to NPR are totally misinformed. I'm sorry, that was James Comer from Kentucky. Republican Kentucky said that. And he says, I have a problem with that because you get federal funds. He's absolutely right. It's state-run media that's controlled by the deep state on one side of the political aisle, not even who was in power at the time, which makes it even fucking dumber. He argued that there's less of a place for public radio and TV in the increasingly internet-based media ecosystem, and the federal government should invest its money in stuff that actually matters. In addition to this, they've used even so the propagandizing goes up and down the aisle. One, they've misreported everything. They lied about all the COVID shit.
Yep.
They lied about Russiagate. They lied about Hunter Biden's laptop.
Yes.
And then the probably the most egregious part of it is that they use the children's programming on PBS to indoctrinate kids into leftist Marxist bullshit. Right, which is, if you're still letting your children watch that stuff, you're out of your goddamn mind. To be frank, but a lot of people do. So, Democrats obviously were trying to be dismissive of this stuff, saying that they deserve federal dollars because they provide a valuable service to Americans. What fucking service do you provide?
Yeah, what is that exactly?
No idea.
I don't really get it. Now, NPR has tried to kind of change over the years because, let's face it, nobody listens to AM radio anymore.
Well, they haven't, though. It's all a canard. Like the alleged,
they're just doing podcasts.
The alleged changes that they've made have nothing to do with their political bias. Bob, pull up these two fucking tweets here at the end of this story, and we can look at both of them. This is the CEO that I mentioned earlier of NPR, Catherine Mayer. Skip to the next one. I don't give a fuck what this guy says. No. Go back to that tweet and go over to the next entry from it. There we go. This is one of her tweets from 2020. America begins in black plunder and white democracy. I appreciate the day off to finally fully read the case for reparations. Now, during her sworn testimony, under oath at this hearing yesterday, she said she's never read that.
Yeah.
Which, look, we're not going to go fucking charge somebody with contempt or anything for saying they didn't read a book that they clearly read.
A lot of people do that.
I don't think she read the book. I think people just lie for clout about reading books.
I do
certainly
too. They have for years, dude.
There's only one person I can think of that really does that, and it's LeBron James. Yeah. He's read the first page of thousands of books.
I think she's LeBroning a lot of books.
She might be, yeah. And then click on that next Twitter link. The next one here. This is like her intimating her real position as a human being. This is what she thinks. White people, why do you keep erasing the work of others? Why not reach out to the orgs working in the spaces you wish to assert authority over? What? The fuck are you talking about? The only thing that white people stole from anybody else, right?
Rap music?
Crime.
Well, that too. But rap music occasionally.
There was no, just like there was no violence amongst the Native Americans before we got here, and Iraq was all sunshines and rainbows before we got there, right?
It wasn't?
Oh, it was. It was 100%. White people never did crime until we met black people.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know that. So, say what you want to about that. But I can tell you a couple of things that black people stole from white people.
What's that?
Peanut butter.
Oh, stop it.
George Washington Carver didn't invent that shit.
Carver
That's the one thing he did not invent.
Carver was all over peanuts.
It was just a good story. Bob,
dude.
Confirm.
He did like a peanut butter spread. It wasn't peanut butter.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
It was a white Canadian
He did
dude,
so many things with peanuts, and it was not.
It was a white Canadian.
Not
like
Carver.
Just like the guy who invented another thing that they stole from us, basketball. A white Canadian invented that.
That was Naismith.
Now, I don't know who invented the bicycle, but quite a few of those have been stolen as well.
I believe it was John Bicicleta was his name.
1975.
Yeah. Beautiful machine.
But yeah, this is just like fucking Marxist nonsense from this stupid bitch. Why is she in charge of anything? Who, like, if PBS and NPR are government funded, government run, did Congress vote to put her in that position? How does that work? Does anybody know how she gets put into that position? Is there a board that oversees them? And who does that board report to? Because it's all taxpayer funded.
I'm looking at her profile pic there, and she does appear to be really hot.
No.
So
that's a 30-year-old. That's a 30-year-old picture.
This is, and this is for the audio listeners out there who can't see this pic right now. And
she doesn't though.
There's a board.
Pull her up, Bob. Let's Google her. Let's determine that because if she's hot, then she's a hot white woman in power, and I think we can all agree.
No woman should be in power of anything.
She doesn't look good in her photo.
It's never worked out once. She doesn't look good in what?
The avatar photo. It doesn't look
good.
That's
that's her now? Shit. I saw her talk the other day. She's out of her fucking mind.
Yeah.
All right. So she's using a photo from 20 years ago. She's using her sorority picture there as her.
I mean, she's not like super ugly or anything like that.
Not that. She's just a lot younger. But I remember her telling this crazy fucking story in this video. We covered this. The other one too was the Hunter Biden laptop thing. Remember the editor of NPR saying we're not covering this because we're not covering make-believe and all that shit. I retweeted that.
Yesterday she admitted that was a mistake, which is really nice after you fucking stole an election and everything too. Oh, we probably shouldn't have stolen that.
Right. But what was the video you had pulled up there? Were they asking her, when they firing the right questions at her?
That dude was just talking about, he asked her about the book that I referenced, and she said she had never read it, and there's a tweet of her reading it.
Oh, I would love to see her response to that.
I don't think she responded. He didn't show it
at
the time.
Do you believe that America believes in black plunder and white democracy?
I don't believe that, sir.
You tweeted that in reference to a book you were reading at the time, apparently, The Case for Reparations.
I don't think I've ever read that book, sir.
You tweeted about it. You said you took a day off to fully read The Case for Reparations. You put that on Twitter in January of 2020. Do you believe
that is awesome? Now, I don't know this young man's name. I don't know if he's straight or gay. Probably going with the latter on that one there. But it is nice that people are calling each other out for not reading books. I do enjoy that. Okay?
His name's Brandon Gill.
Brandon Gill?
Mm-hmm. Okay. He's a congressman.
All right. What do you think? Straight or gay?
He's not gay. He's got a hot wife, actually.
Seemed pretty straight.
Okay.
You're way off.
Hey, dude, look, you guys know this better than I do, man. I'm still shocked every day at who's gay and who's not, all right? Think I would have known Diddy was, for Christ's sakes? No, dude. I learned that from watching you, Dad.
Diddy's not gay.
Diddy's not gay.
I've learned that from watching you. You're saying it's all dominance at this point?
Yeah, it's all dominance.
Boy, that's a stretch. That many dudes you want to dominate? I mean, that's some ancient Rome shit, maybe.
Alexander wept for there were no more
buttholes
to penetrate. And that's how the old quote went, right?
Yeah.
The Iliad or whatever the fuck it was.
It definitely wasn't that.
Who knows? And one can never be sure. Hey, that's a book I've never read, Kay. At least I can be honest about it. But yeah, we got to get these fucking guys out of there because they've shifted into podcasts. And NPR's podcasts actually do very well, by the way. And
they were kind of early to the game, too.
Oh, yeah.
This American Life has been a super popular podcast for a long time.
For years, dude, for years. And yeah, you're pushing one side of the party versus the other, and then the American taxpayers funding this. I don't understand why you just couldn't do it yourself. NPR on its own, podcast-wise, that's fine. Now, PBS, I guess, start a YouTube channel like everybody else, you know?
Just don't exist. I don't need the government to tell me anything because the government sucks at everything. You see how that works? Expecting something from the government, especially information or media, is like going to your dumbest friend.
Yeah.
And saying, hey, can you teach me about life? Well, you know what you're going to end up doing is dying because that person's a fucking moron.
Yeah, they are.
Idiot.
They are.
Yeah, NPR has been marked over the past 10 years of it's been a very direct line of support for the progressive wing of the Democratic Party. All the race Marxism that's being pushed, this class warfare, economic inequality nonsense, labor and union support. And I'm talking about from the top to the bottom. All of their articles either support it or attack the other side, to include the children's programming that comes through on PBS. Fuck these people.
Yeah.
Get them out of here.
I think all of this will probably be gone. The question is whether or not it stays gone. So you and I have talked about this since Trump got in office. If Vance doesn't get in there in 28, they're probably going to put all this shit back, right? One would imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it works.
You have to pass bills.
Yeah.
Otherwise, nothing matters.
No, I saw the cartoon video when I was a child, Bob, and it's stuck with me ever since, how a bill becomes a law. So I understand it, okay? Now, that one I saw because it was a sweet little animation, and the bill was kind of wiggling his way up the stairs there of Capitol Hill, and that was fun.
Yeah, we're in the waiting game right now. It's between now and September. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, nothing that Trump does between now and September matters unless Congress, the repubes in Congress in both houses, have the balls to pass anything. Mm-hmm. Now, Trump endorsed Lindsey Graham for re-election yesterday.
So I was going to add that to the news here.
I'll tell you the reason he did it is because Lindsey Graham has agreed to vote yes on whatever the fuck he says.
Really?
Yep.
And where did that conversation take place? Because first
person.
of all, it did.
Yes.
Because when I read that, I was fucking angry. I mean, I've never held back on my hatred for Lindsey Graham, a.k.a. Lady G, on this show. Not because he's a closeted homosexual. That's all fine. But it's just the way he fucking votes, and he's a goddamn war hawk. But when I saw that endorsement last night, I was going to fucking rage today. So you're telling me there was a conversation between the two of them where he said, hey, bud, you can have all the little gay escorts you want, but you're going to vote on whatever I want to get passed?
I doubt the gay part came up. What he said was, if you want to win and stay in power in 2026, then you're going to do what you're told.
Okay.
And we've already seen it, right?
Yeah.
Like Lindsey Graham came around on literally every single one of Trump's appointees, every one of them. And he said he wasn't going to vote for half of them, and he voted for every single one of them.
I trust you more than most of my friends. So, yeah, I'm going to, if that's what you say, I'll go with it. I mean, it's still, otherwise, I still, like, what that guy has done to our country has been just dog shit.
It's still a risk, right? I mean,
it is.
It's still a risk to trade a guy one legislative session for putting him into power for 6 more years, frankly, right?
Yeah.
And unless, to Bob's point, unless the Congress codifies any of this shit that Trump's doing through executive orders or even through policy changes, nothing matters.
Yeah.
We'll be right back in the middle of 2022 by 2029.
Yep.
If this stuff doesn't get made law.
100%.
We'll see. And I don't have any hope for that, frankly. I'm not optimistic in any way about that happening.
After the men and women's sports thing didn't pass, no, I'm not either. What was the other one? The fucking illegal alien bullshit. Did you see that's the appellate judges today in D.C.?
Yeah, I mean that's to be expected. All that happened yesterday. So it said that blah 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 this and that happened. All that happened was they appealed the same court that ruled in the first place. They filed a motion to dismiss and they denied it, which of course they did because it was their fucking case.
Sure.
So that nothing surprising there. All that was a procedural step to get to the next level of courts.
Okay.
But it's news because there is not a lot to report yesterday, frankly.
Sure. Next up, maybe we're saying also goodbye to the TSA and not funding that anymore. Republican senators are debating a measure on Thursday to abolish Transportation Security Administration, a.k.a. TSA, which they say has intruded into the privacy and personal space of Americans. In my cock, every single time, dude. It goes off. You've been with me every single time, and I get the backhand of some male dude's hand, and I just fucking jut it out for him to pat. So, yeah, I'd love to get on a flight without having my dick rubbed by another fucking dude. That'd be rad.
It's completely unnecessary.
No shit.
This is all like, this is how government works. It's just complete nonsense, good idea fairy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, right now, the screening technology we have, you're not getting shit through. They can see if there's a piece of paper in your fucking pocket. Yeah. They don't need to touch you. They don't need to stop you. It shouldn't take any amount of time. AI can do the stuff with your bags. It can immediately detect any kind of disassembled weapon, any kind of radiological or bomb material immediately, period. Right? These fucking minimum wage McDonald's employees that are cruising around with their guts hanging out. Like, nah, you serve no fucking purpose. All it is a way for the government to steal your goddamn money. That's it. That's literally all it is. And some contractor somewhere, the one that provides their training, the one that provides their uniforms, the union that fucking provides services then, those people are all making money and they're lobbying Congress to keep TSA in place. It serves no fucking purpose. Period.
And aren't we doing all this bullshit from obviously still 9/11 and then the fucking shoe bomber?
Yeah, Richard Reed.
Yeah. I mean, all of this. Hey, take your I'm still taking my fucking shoes off.
Think about this, Bob. Look this up. Look up how much is spent on TSA PreCheck annually. How much money the government's making on TSA PreCheck. The government says that because one dude tried to put a bomb in his shoes back in the day, that you got to take your shoes off now unless you fucking pay us. Mm-hmm. That's the rule.
And we pay it. You pay it, I pay it.
Yep.
We all pay it.
It's a fucking shakedown. It's fucking insane. It serves no fucking purpose. No purpose whatsoever. Bob?
What are the numbers on this?
It says that it does not make a profit from
There's
PreCheck.
how is that fucking possible? It doesn't cost them anything.
It doesn't cost them anything. What are they saying the money goes to?
It says that, look, this is a quick and dirty Google search, so take it for what it's worth. But rather, it aims to recover costs by charging a fee per applicant to cover the program's expenses and ensure sustainability. So they fund themselves off of TSA PreCheck, allegedly.
Oh, my God.
That is the biggest lie.
That's the craziest shit I've ever heard
in my life. There are 20 million active PreCheck members, and it costs $85 a year.
So what's 85 times 20 million? You're probably looking at 1.6 billion?
Yep. 1.7 billion.
Look at that. Look at me today. God damn, you don't want to give me a round of applause for that, Delco? Yeah, dude. I mean, listeners here. They'll do it. They'll do it.
This is sad.
Thank you.
Sad state of affairs. You're asking for your own round of applause for
20 fucking people in here.
Please
Daddy
clap.
was the only one with the answer.
It's very Jed Bush.
All right?
of you.
I was the only one with the answer up here.
Actually, Hulk Hogan used to do this.
Sure did. I didn't do that.
So-
I just wanted a little bit of this. I didn't want a little fucking call out from the people, dude.
TSA's annual budget is $11.8 billion.
And an additional 1.7, so 10% of their additional budget, or 10% of their budget in addition, is just a shakedown of American citizens who don't want to take their fucking shoes off. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here. If there was a business of any other sort, like fuck it, let's say HEB was like, hey, we've had some issues. We're gonna need you to take we're gonna need you to take your shoes off when you come in and let us check them. And we were like, no. They're like, Okay, well, if you pay us $85 a year, we won't make you. I would burn that building to the ground.
Yeah.
And shit on the ashes.
Well, I mean, it's happened in other grocery stores and everything else, right? Or shootings or anything else where it's like, hey,
and they hire a private security guard out of their own money,
correct,
to put up there. They don't fucking charge customers to come like a subscription fee, to keep their shoes on. Get the fuck out of here. This is completely unacceptable. The entire system sucks, and it doesn't actually do anything, right? So back to my point before, this is bureaucratic mission creep. Some asshole tries to fucking wear a shoe bomb. Well, we got to check shoes now. We got to check shoes. Oh, well, what if? And these are the meetings that happen with people. Some fucking dickhole, right, who was asleep for the first half of the meeting, finally wakes up and says, "Oh, I mean, shouldn't we do random checks too? We don't want anybody to get an idea we're profiling people." So now there's a little counter on the fucking magnetometer. There's a little counter, and every fucking X1. You got to pat them down, even if it's an old white lady. And if we get taken down by old white ladies, we fucking deserve it.
Yeah, we do.
If we've pissed off that group of people so much that they're carrying bombs in the airport, we earned it. But
we have.
That's just how it is. It's fucking bullshit.
Society.
There's no functional purpose for any of this. It's not keeping anybody safe. All it's doing is taking money and time out of your fucking life. That's it.
It is. This bill, by the way, was Tommy Tuberville down there in Alabama and Senator Mike Lee out in Utah. And by the way, speaking of Utah, they moved Sundance out of there because it's a red state, so it's going to Colorado.
Okay.
I know Derek Wolf is probably going to the next Sundance Film Festival.
Yeah, they're also banning rifles, basically, there. So good luck with your crime. It's already a fucking shithole. Colorado is one of the biggest shitholes in the country now, which is not great because their entire economy depends on tourism.
Yeah.
And they're doing all this stuff to drive it away. It's California 2.0. 5-10 years from now, they're going to look just like LA looks. I promise you, it's not great.
They just had to put down one of the wolves they reintroduced.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. That's
to Colorado.
The other stupid
What
part.
was that? I've never heard that story.
Yeah, so they've reintroduced predator wolves into Colorado.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know.
And they introduced them into Colorado and they made it illegal to hunt them.
Yep. And then the wolf did wolf things and like ate chickens and stuff, and then they had to put it down.
No shit. That's fucking awesome, dude. That's like putting a great white in your community pool at your neighborhood and just saying, hey, it's endangered, dude. Let's see what happens. It's going to chew up a kid.
Bob, will you go to Instagram and pull up that fucking thing you sent me with Gerard?
Yeah.
Because I think it's almost, there was a joke I was thinking of in my head, and it was almost relevant to what we were just talking about. You sent it from your personal account.
Yeah, I'm on my personal.
Okay.
Don't put it on the internet, Bob.
There it is.
Your personal one.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's this?
Just listen.
A white boy trying to talk to me, like, personally, I want to be on a boat. I want to be on a boat.
I want you to own the boat.
We already tried that. Y'all did not like it. 400 years you've been bitching about it. So mixed messages. Make up your mind.
You're a white boy trying to
I don't know why this conversation made me think of that, but it was really funny.
Oh, fuck, that's great.
Speaking of really funny and the government, whomever is controlling the White House Twitter account is on fucking fire. Bob, pull it up. And I don't think you're going to need me to tell you where to look, to be honest. Just scroll until you start laughing. There we go.
Come on, man.
No, but you got to see the context first.
I love it. We talked about this on Ron's
Click on
this morning.
Click on the story that they're referencing of themselves.
Oh,
There
I
it is.
remember. Yeah, I remember this lady.
So then a new app comes out to digitize, cartoonize everything, and they actually did this.
Yeah.
This is on the White House fucking Twitter.
Yeah. The White House did this, of America. And she's crying there. Who's the dude? I like the dude, too.
Oh, it's Tom Homan. What are you
Is
talking
it?
about? Yeah, look at
That's
him.
a younger Homan, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's...
Anime.
Anime.
Yeah, anime.
Yeah, anime takes 20 years off you, but good for them, man. Holy shit, that's actually on the White House Twitter
It's on
feed?
the White House, official White House. White House.
But that's who we've become, dude. We're a country of memes. And if nothing's going to get passed, none of these bills become laws, we might as well just fucking meme, dude. That's it.
It is who we've become. Like, even if, no matter what you think of the Signal chat situation, the way they were writing to each other.
Yeah.
Like emojis and shit.
Yes.
Like it was like a normal text thread.
I know. Hey, Bob, do you know the amount of times that I get laughed at by like friends or colleagues or whatever on just simple text messages that I actually use like proper grammar and like commas and periods and shit like that. And they're like, oh, you're still the last one who does that. And I was like, man, I don't have time to learn all this fucking bullshit, whatever your code words are and emojis. I don't even know what the fucking half banana is with the guy with one face sticking out of the side of the head. What the fuck is that one?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, dude, I get it all the time from Joel. What is the half banana emoji on the side of the head that's just like this? And it's just tilted to the side there. Does it mean we're fucked up? Is he here?
No, is he doffing his cap?
It's a salute. Does he send it to you after you ask him to do something?
No.
Yes.
No,
it's a salute.
It's something wonky, dude. Pull up the emoji.
I certainly can't search half banana face, so I'm gonna try to find what I think.
It's half a face, but then it looks like a banana on the side of it with like a confused
It's
like
a salute.
That's a salute.
That's a salute?
Yeah, I mean, look, we could make another one that's like this, but then you get into Elon trouble.
That's what I thought.
How long have you thought this was a banana?
Forever, dude. Forever.
I'm taking back that fucking clap from earlier.
You can have it back, dude. I'm going to go to the fucking emojis. Maybe it's a different one than that.
No, that's real dumb, bud.
No, that is not real dumb.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Hang on,
I might have to leave early after that, to be honest.
Oh, fuck, dude. You're right. I didn't see the fingers on mine, man. On mine, I can't see the goddamn fingers. I only get one finger.
What do you mean on
mine.
yours? Your phone is the same size as everybody else's, and that screen is the same size for me as that one is for you.
I'm going to tell you this. It's time for you to go to old man font.
Yeah.
Make it bigger.
Fuck this, dude.
Jesus Christ.
It looked like one goddamn finger on mine, and I was like, why? Why is there a banana sticking out of the side of his fucking head, dude?
Well, this makes sense.
Face is yellow, he's yellow. Let's distinguish it, dude. If we're giving salutes, put a little tiny uniform on him, dude.
It makes sense
God
why you
damn.
keep getting tricked by trannies.
Hey, I've still got a pregnant man emoji on mine. Am I the only one that has that?
No, it's
I got
still
that
there.
fucking thing too.
Yeah, we
and
all
it's
see
like,
it.
why does that exist? I don't need that shit.
I just post that one when I have to take a shit.
Fuck. Looking through all these goddamn half smiley faces for this bullshit when you could just answer yes instead. Fuck you, Joel. That's not on me, dude. That is not on me today. You sons of bitches. Dan and I are hot today. Jesus Christ. Got baseball on. It'll lead us to our first sponsor, mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. I'm going to get trashed for this in the chat on Drinkin Bros main. On the app, dude. Fuck. I really did think it was a banana. Like, oh, I'm having a weird day. Oh, shit's wonky. All right. My bookie. Serious question here, Bob. You guys, the Tomahawk podcast yesterday about baseball. They've got all the World Series favorites up and out. Dodgers are the favorites. I think they're personally going to win because they've got the most stacked team I've ever seen in my entire life. Who else should you sprinkle on for the World Series at mybookie.com?
I love the Rangers.
Okay.
The Rangers, if Jacob deGrom is healthy, are a really fucking dangerous team. They are right now, what are their odds? 25-1.
Oh, that's a great sprinkle.
To win the World Series. And
they just won it a couple years ago with Creed.
Yeah, they have a great pitching staff.
And Creed is like back too.
Way back.
You got to think that that's going to affect the outcome of these games.
Do you know how back they are?
They're doing a tour with Nickelback.
No.
So they're Nickelback.
Beyond that, there is a rumor going around right now that it is down to two bands for the Super Bowl halftime show next year. Creed and Dua Lipa is who it's between, from what I heard. I will lose my fucking shit if it's Creed, dude.
Well,
we've got to be there. I've got to be on the field. I need all the things, dude.
I mean, we can make that happen.
Oh, Creed?
I'm just going to call ICE every day until Dua Lipa's gone.
Yeah, we got to get her out of here, dude. Defund Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
Let's
she's
get
from
Creed.
she's from the UK, so it's going to be tough.
She is, yeah.
I'll defend her.
I know you will. She's hot.
You got to worry about fighting Bob's kid. What the fuck are you talking about defending Dua Lipa? That's not helping you.
I'll go out on my sword. I don't care.
Yeah.
A lot of people going out on that sword, that pork sword. All right, for me, tonight is March Madness. We're down to the Sweet 16 here. I'm actually going with an upset tonight, kids. It's Bama. First game against BYU. I'm going to take BYU plus 4.5 points there on mybookie.com. Florida, I'm going to take over Maryland's. I'm taking, that Duke spread is up to 9.5. God damn, that's a lot of points.
Duke covers.
I know. I still think Duke covers.
rolls.
But
yeah.
that was 6.5 when the week started, guys. And then last but not least here, I'm going to take Arkansas. Plus the 5.5 over Texas Tech tonight.
Love Arkansas.
I'm going to enjoy myself like a fucking gentleman, dude. Bet on all this shit. I don't feel alive anymore unless I've got some money on this in the background. So that's where I'm living tonight. Baseball's in full swing, dude. We're fucking back.
By the
Let's
way,
go.
Braves have the second best World Series odds.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have said Phillies.
Phillies are close. Braves are 8-1. Phillies are like 10-1.
Okay. Braves can stay healthy. We'll see.
If the Braves can stay healthy, they're a 100-win team.
Yeah. Their problem is just not being healthy here the last couple of years. But bet with us or against us on mybookie.com. Use that promo code Drinkin Bros to double that first deposits all the way up to $1,000. And then also, Bob's been keeping track of everybody who did the side bets on MyBookie for the NCAA bracket. And those are fun. There's a lot of people in the mix at the top there. $2,500 to the winner of our listeners over there. Love mybookie.com. Next up, D'Anthony. Another fake hate crime.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, love those.
Most of them are, actually.
Well,
of the hate crimes that are reported, the majority of them are fake.
The Jesse Smollett one was real, right? Did we ever get to the bottom of that? That was real, right? He got a rope. He got lynched. Minus 18-degree weather after he got a 12-inch from Subway.
Yeah, and then who was the other one? The fucking NASCAR driver.
Bubba Wallace.
Bubba Wallace, yeah. Turns out it was just the actual rope to pull down the garage.
There's a really good book on it called Hate Crime Hoax by Wilford Riley, who's a professor at an HBCU. He's not like a white dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know who told me that was that chick from NPR. She said it was an awesome book. She tweeted about it.
She hasn't read it yet, though.
Okay. A Pennsylvania city worker was accused Monday of staging a fake hate crime after she allegedly planted a noose at her own desk. Another fucking noose. This is according to police. Allentown City Hall employee Latarsha Brown was charged with a pair of criminal counts after...
what?
Latarsha. L-A-T-A-R-S-H-A.
Can I get a ruling?
Thank you.
There it is.
Thank you for that ruling, Judge.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So
the studio audience didn't hear the chirp
they
that we
didn't.
just heard.
You really would have appreciated it. It's
Yeah.
the old smoke alarm chirp that you typically hear at home there. Now, with this, DNA pulled from the noose only belonged to her.
Oops.
Authorities said, though one of her pals claims that she's innocent. Brown initially said she made the shocking discovery at her desk on January 10th when she arrived at work, leading to an investigation and a community protest. Allentown City Council woman Cece Garrett. Come on, man. Is this real? Am I just reading names that are smashed together here like fake emojis out to people? Jesus Christ. Little Cece at the time said she was irate and angry over what she called a hate crime. The Morning Call reported at the time during the investigation, every employee who could have placed the noose on the desk was asked to submit their DNA. Jesus Christ. Is that real?
Yeah, and I would have told him to get fucked.
Same here.
And there's one way to get my DNA.
How's that? Through your penis?
That's right.
Through your penis? Yep. We had to tell the audience, obviously.
Well,
couldn't let that joke sit there.
None of their business.
No. Every employee agreed except for Miss Brown. Now, that's a shocker to me. That's why we call this show fake news. Like, I wouldn't have given my DNA, even if it was like a fake noose on somebody's desk.
No.
Although, as a white man, that probably would have made me look super guilty, I guess. So.
No, I would have just drawn a picture of my dick.
Okay.
Like, if you want my DNA, it's here.
Yeah, you would have traced it?
Yeah. I just here's a map to my DNA. And It's a picture of my cock.
Brown's DNA was finally obtained via a court order later in January, and it matched up with the DNA found on the inner knotted portion and outer surface of the noose. She also allegedly made vague statements and gave deceptive answers to police during the investigation. According to an affidavit, Brown faces misdemeanor charges of making a false report and tampering with evidence. Allentown Mayor Matt Turek called the charges shocking. It's doubly shocking that an employee would, that she had fabricated this entire incident.
Okay, so the Bunny Buns in the chat says that this woman, Latarsha, which is not a real name.
No.
has an interview video. So we obviously got to watch this.
We do?
Yes. And
She has an interview video with the police.
I don't know who the video is with, but apparently the bird makes an appearance.
Okay. Stop it.
The chirpy bird makes an appearance.
Okay.
Somewhere, yeah.
Is it this cop one right here?
No, that's that's the press conference of the police.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not in the video.
How many Latarsha Browns are there out there in America?
I hope not many.
I mean, shit, dude. This is the first time I've ever heard the goddamn name. If there's more than that, dude, maybe I do live in a cave. Okay? But find me Latarsha here in her sweet, sweet interview.
I also want to distance myself from Allentown. I don't.
Yeah, how
claim
close is that from you, Delco?
It's relatively close. I don't really claim Allentown.
How close are we talking?
From like Ridley Township and Delco.
Stone's throw?
Yeah, I can get there in like less than an hour.
A wagon wheel?
Anything over half an hour, I think you're safe.
Yeah, I think you're good. I think you're good there. But Latarsha's
in the chat. If you have a link to the thing, fucking send it to me.
Yeah.
I'm not getting anything on Twitter or
the Latarsha interview. Was she interviewing for the job or with the police?
I'm seeing Latasha, like Latosha. I'm seeing interviews with this chick, but Latarsha, I am not seeing.
Well, there's an R in mine, so
no, it's the correct one.
It is.
The crime, like the police stuff is coming up, but her interview is not.
Is it weird that I'm actually shocked that there's a Latasha out there in America as well? Like that one doesn't really fit together or roll off the tongue super easy. Also, the L is capitalized and so is the T in Latarsha, which is kind of big dick in everybody, I guess. So, yeah. What do we got here?
That was police.
All right, that was the police. Well, show me the fucking police video at least. I want to see what Homeboy has to say about this shit on Twitter. A bunch of those popped up when you were over there, Bob. Play that for me. I just want to hear what this chief of Allentown is saying here on the news. Go ahead.
Is to provide an update regarding the noose investigation.
Sure.
I want to take a moment to thank the following agencies who assisted in this case: Lehigh County District Attorney's Office, the Pennsylvania State Police Crime Lab, and the Federal.
Oh my God, dude. The fact that they spent so much money on this.
What's with the zoom out and zoom back in? Hey, dude, you're the AV department at the police station.
Yep. Analysis.
Fucking calm down.
He's got a shot at Hollywood, dude. He's looking for.
As a result of the subsequent investigation,
some Hollywood magic,
Latarsha Brown was charged with tampering with, fabricating physical evidence,
That's the dumbest
a
shit I've ever
misdemeanor
heard.
of the second degree, and false reports to law enforcement, a misdemeanor of the third degree. As in every criminal case, the fact that a warrant has been issued or a complaint has been filed.
All right, you're good on that, Bob. I'm just going to read the last part here, which is probably the most shocking to me, is that Latarsha Brown is also on the Allentown School District School Board. So that's fun for the kids, you know? Maybe she was teaching a class about slavery or something. I don't know what was happening there, but Latarsha probably not going to have a job after this is all over for her. So sorry about it. My God, man.
Well, she can suck my balls.
She might. She might. She'll be out of work. What does that pay these days? What are you charging to suck your balls these days?
Me?
Yeah.
I would
What's the going
say,
rate?
It doesn't necessarily have to be monetary.
Okay.
Right? I'll take
loaf of sourdough bread. A lot of people are doing that these days.
No, I can make that myself. It's not that difficult. I would take game meat, elk or better.
All right, elk or better.
Yeah,
there you go. Elk or better. You heard it here first, guys. Next up, next advertiser on the show is AmericanFinancing.net/Drinkin Bros. Working with these guys now. Worked with these guys in the past, and big fan, man. So look. This is all for the homeowners out there. If you're struggling with credit card debt, I know a lot of people are doing taxes right now. It sucks. You look at the interest rate, what you're being charged, what you're paying. None of it's really going down. All that shit is like 23 to 27% over there. And yeah, dude, prices have been shitty for the last 4 years. So now you can take out some home equity and actually get it at a decent rate, which is, what, 6.5 these days? Somewhere in that neighborhood. And then pay off all your shit, and then you're only paying off 6.5% instead of 23 to 27%. American Financing is a family-owned company that's been around for 25 years. Super fucking easy to get a hold of. All you do is call the number, which I'll read at the bottom. Mortgage consultants are salary-based, so there's no incentive for them to put you in some Crazy loan that doesn't make any sense for you. Customers on average save about $800 a month when you call them. That's about $9,200 a year. Boom, dude. I'm on fire with the math today, brother. They don't charge you any upfront or hidden fees. To find out how much you can save, you might be able to close in as fast as 10 days. And you also may be able to delay up to 2 mortgage payments, creating more savings up front. They've helped hundreds of thousands of homeowners create meaningful savings. Google reviews are lights out, so you can check those guys out. Right now is the time to get your financial house in order at AmericanFinancing.net/DrinkinBros or call 866-887-2275 to learn how homeowners are saving $800 a month on average at NMLS 182334, www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org. Bob always puts these links in the video and audio description as well. So yeah, if you're a homeowner out there, super fucking helpful. We're talking about baseball earlier. We'll talk about it now. Jazz Chisolm is a cock. That sucks, dude. Why? We love Jazz Chisolm down in Florida here. I don't know this story.
Well, he's not in Florida anymore. He's in New York.
I know he is. He got traded last year.
So he's among the league's young stars.
He is.
Been unafraid to be flashy in his career.
I know. My kids love him. What happens? Oh, is this going to be bad?
So he, kind of best known for his look, his swag, I guess, and then the
steals bases,
the Euro step when he hits a home run celebration.
Yeah. What do you do?
And it's not like, people have this idea, and I don't know where it's coming from. There are some purists in baseball that are fucking like old, fucking just play the game or whatever. I don't care about that. Fucking pimp the home run.
Yeah.
You might get fucking drilled the next time up, but I don't care. Like, if you want to stop people from pimping home runs, stop giving them up.
I love it.
That's always been my opinion.
It's entertainment at the end of the day. That's what I want to see.
Now, he feels that there is a lot of backlash to his style, which is, one, demonstrably untrue, frankly, right? But he thinks it's because he's black.
I'm reading the quote here now. I don't want to say this. Baseball is a white sport. So he did say it, Ravs, he said, I don't want to say this, but he did say that baseball is a white sport, and I always broke the unwritten rules of baseball. All right. My issue with this is it's not a white or black sport.
No.
It's a Dominican sport now.
Well, 30% of the league is Latino, 60% is white, but...
is it real? I'm surprised the number is that high, to be honest with you.
He says the unwritten rules of baseball are white, and I always broke the unwritten rules of baseball. So when he was a rookie in 2020 with the Marlins, he came out with custom cleats, and longtime MLB veteran Miguel Rojas cut up one of the pairs with scissors and ruined another pair by pouring milk on them. Whether it was rookie hazing or not, he thought that Rojas was sending a message that it's, white baseball or whatever.
Isn't Rojas, though, a Latino name?
Miguel Rojas was born in Venezuela.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Nobody would ever cut up my cleats or throw my things away if I were white, Chisolm claimed. I'll tell you right now, if this was a white boy stuff, you weren't going to cut that shit up, because if a white boy goes and complains, now everybody's fucked. I go and complain, and it's not that big of a deal. It's let's try and find a solution for this. But if a white guy goes and complains, nah, fuck that. The fact is, this behavior was popularized not by black baseball players, but by Latin American baseball players. Period.
Yep.
There's no question about that. I mean, no one gives a fuck what you do, Jazz. No one cares. Just because you got hazed a little bit when you were a rookie doesn't mean that baseball of all sports is somehow racist. You fucking imbecile. You weak little bitch. I mean, it is fucking pathetic. Joey Batista flipped a bat so hard that it started a fucking third world war.
Yeah.
Right? And what did people say about it? Nothing. He just got in a fight.
That's it.
He got in a fight, and then that was the end of it. And he's famous for that bat flip. Popular famous, not bad famous, not infamous. And not one person in the league is complaining about Ellie De La Cruz doing what he does. Everybody's a huge fan of his.
Love him.
Of O'Neal Cruz from the Pirates of Bobby Witt Jr., who's flashy.
My favorite player was Ricky Henderson. I told you this forever on Drinkin Bros. That's the one interview that I didn't get to have because he died.
Fernando Tatis Jr., flashy. Ozuna, Acuna, 2 people in our team, both flashy. Both fucking doing crazy, doom anytime he steals a base.
Sure.
Fuck you, you fucking dork.
Does he not know that Miguel Rojas, the Venezuelan, cut up his shoes?
I don't know that he knows the difference between white and Latinx.
Got it. It's just a slight shade of brown. Now, do I wish I had it? Yes. Okay, I wouldn't look like this every goddamn day. All right, I sit in a dark studio. It'd be nice to have a little tint, but I don't. And this guy clearly was Venezuelan, and yeah, no one gives a shit. Like, I actually enjoy it. I get angry about it when they take the shit out of the game. I wrote a tweet last night, Bob, if you want to pull it up. Did you hear that they're taking away the nose wipes in when you do a first down nose wipe in football next year? It's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
I don't understand what the nose wipe is supposed to be.
It's like smelling a vagina.
Yeah.
I see.
Or a taint or a butthole. Like, I don't want to just put this on one sexuality because I don't see that.
Well, that one kid from Michigan baseball did the celebration where he stole third base and then he snorted the third baseline. Did you see that? And kids are going to see that.
Yeah.
Kids are going to see that. You could watch fucking Scarface on Netflix, motherfucker. Are you out of your goddamn mind? And by the way, kids are not looking up to college baseball players. That's just not a thing.
No.
Like, we watch it.
Sure.
But I didn't look up to, Jay Payton or Minkavich or any of the guys that were super big and popular when we were in high school.
Yeah.
They were baseball players. But if the baseball player went out and burned down a building, I wouldn't be like, I got to burn down a building now.
Yeah.
You're a fucking retard.
And in regards to the nose wipe, Bob, I found my own tweet here. I just said, look, if that's going to be a 15-yard penalty next year, my 8-year-old son began to use cocaine regularly after watching these sickening celebrations. Thank you, Roger Goodell, for doing the right thing. He's going to love this news when I visit him in rehab next week to tell him. What the fuck do you think is happening out there? You know what I'm saying? It's an entertainment sport. Let him do all the shit. Fuck. You want to pull out some Roman candles after you score a goddamn touchdown or hit a home run? Do it. I need some entertainment in my life, okay?
Can you imagine if a member of, Hamas was a baseball player?
Yeah.
He steals third base and just clacks off a fucking suicide
Boom!
vest.
Blows up all over the field.
Yeah, and they're like, dude, we got to fix the field now.
Well,
you fucked up the field, Akram, or whatever your stupid name is.
Makdul Rauf. Whatever it is, dude. But I'd support it. If I was in the stands and I saw somebody steal third and then clack off.
Oh, that'd be
holy shit. I mean, as long as I wasn't with my kids, it'd be great.
No, I mean, even with the kids, as long as you've got distance, right? So we may have to replace those rope nets with some plastic or something.
Or they hand out ponchos.
Like a Gallagher show?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, if you're in the first 20 rows of a Gallagher show and he's smashing watermelons there, you're going to have to wear the poncho.
Bob, while we're doing this next ad, can you see if there's like an Arab terrorist version of Gallagher on the internet somewhere? Somebody's got to have made a sketch about this at some point.
Oh, over time.
Where they're just cutting heads off or something.
One would imagine.
There's got to be something. Look it up.
One would imagine, dude. Next up, sponsor-wise, Ketone IQ. These also sit right next to the desk. Fuck it. I'll take one right now live on air because I didn't take it earlier. I was in a rush at the gym, blasting out my fucking quads all over the place. They did yell at me, though, for celebrating after I got my own PR today. So maybe there is something to this.
What was the celebration?
Maybe not. It was a full wipe front to back. So I started anus, taint, balls, dick, and then slapped that up in the air. And I think it was the way that I did my hand. It was kind of like a Hitler thing. And they were like, Hitler can't smell his own privates, but, you know, a normal person can, I guess. But this is fucking great, dude. If you need a nice little shot of energy to get you through the day here, this Ketone IQ will get you going, keep you focused. No carbs, no sugars, no nothing in this goddamn thing. And they got some new flavors. Pan over to Dan's desk. They got the apple here, and I got the OG.
Peach.
The president was on the show a couple weeks ago. We try to do these shows once a month here for entrepreneurs and all that other stuff. Super interesting guy, but yeah, dude, I take this shit every day.
Yeah, it's good. It converts or creates Ketones.
Sure does.
Right?
Yep.
Into your brain, which is energy to your brain in the same way that ATP is energy for your muscles.
Yeah, down the old gullet there. So go to Ketone. It's Ketone. Ketone.com/Drinkin Bros to get 30% off your subscription. Plus, you'll get a free 6-pack. So that's where these are. Boom. These little 6-pack bottles, the one that I just threw a camera after I drank it. That's what those are. So you're going to get a free 6-pack of that, some Ketone IQ merch, probably that hat that homeboy was wearing, dude, and more. No sugar, no artificial ingredients, just pure ketones in a convenient bottle. Save 30% off your subscription order. Plus, you'll get a free gift with your second shipment. Fun stuff like the free 6-pack I told you about, Ketone IQ merch, and more. Go to ketone.com/Drinkin Bros to get yours.
Now, speaking of Hitler.
Whoa.
Bob, what did you have something to say? I heard a mic click.
I was just going to say, I could not find an Arab Gallagher sketch, although apparently Dave Chappelle did a black Gallagher sketch.
Yeah, I remember Black Gallagher.
I remember Black Gallagher.
He pulled out a gun and shot the watermelon, and then he had to run away because he had warrants. I remember that one pretty clearly.
Yeah, it was a great one. Big fan.
Speaking of Hitler.
Sure.
Argentine President Javier Milei announced Monday 2 significant declassification initiatives. First, at the request of U.S. Senator Steve Daines, he ordered the release of all official documents related to Nazis who sought refuge in Argentina after World War II. These files, primarily held by the Defense Ministry, include financial records, and their release would end decades of secrecy. Quote, a few days ago, President Milei received Senator Steve Daines, who has been fighting for a long time for all the information about the time when the Nazis came to Argentina to take refuge, said Cabinet Chief Guillermo Francos. President Milei ordered the release of the documentation that exists in any state agency because there's no reason to continue safeguarding that information.
Is this his version of like the JFK files and shit?
Yeah. So meanwhile, presidential spokesman Manuel Adorni announced that the Libertarian government would be declassifying armed forces archives from the 1976 to 1983 military dictatorship as well. These documents are to be transferred from the State Intelligence Secretariat, or SIDE, to the General Archive of the Nation, AGN, in line with a 2010 decree by then-President Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner. It's too many words.
That's a lot.
That was never fully implemented. And our unwavering commitment to human rights, telling the whole story, is a crucial task. Now, I don't give a fuck about their military dictatorship. What I want to know is if Tim Kennedy's been lying to me.
So do I. Because he did a whole show on it. What was it, Hunting Hitler?
Yeah.
On, was it A&E or the History Channel? I forget.
I think it was history.
All right, and this we'll ask the softcore history guys here. Hitler, did he blow his brains out in the bunker? Did he go to Argentina?
Yeah, he blew his brains out in the bunker.
No, he's on the moon.
Well, that would be awesome if he was, because you do stay alive a lot longer there. But are you both saying bunker for real?
I'm going bunker.
Delco?
Antarctica.
What do you think? He's dressed up like a penguin?
Yeah. Do you think he's out there polar bear fucking up there?
Nah, dude, they got a base.
Polar bears in Antarctica, dude. Can't fuck a polar bear there.
What?
There's no polar bears in Antarctica.
Stop it.
They're up in the North Pole.
And also, polar bears have sideways vaginas.
That's what I heard.
A lot of people don't know that.
That's what I heard. I haven't used one. So
you should look into it.
Yeah, I'll try to find one of these days. Maybe sneak into a local zoo when everybody's sleeping. I don't know what to think of this, by the way. I mean, I would have a hard time believing that the History Channel would finance an entire show about it for years if there wasn't some truth to this.
What? They finance all kinds of wacky shit.
Like what?
Ancient aliens.
Hey, dude, I believe in that too. What's wacky about that?
What?
I believe in the aliens, bro.
Bob, let me ask you this.
I believe in aliens.
Let me ask you this. Who do you think built the pyramids?
Egyptians.
Okay. And how do you, where is the pre-pyramid architecture that makes you think that's even possible?
Well, the pyramids at Giza weren't the first pyramids. They had hundreds of pyramids before that.
Right.
where they were worse. Where they're
certainly, but where are the rudimentary versions of that? Because they don't exist.
Those are the rudimentary versions of it. There are smaller, crappier ones, step pyramids. There are ziggurats in the Middle East. Like there are pyramids before that. And they probably
I don't get down with Rob, and I'm going to separate myself from Rob.
Yeah,
but I will say, like logically, the pyramids make sense to just build, right? Like to go up.
No, where are you going up to? Just higher?
You're gonna build.
Yeah, they didn't have anywhere to go.
No.
That's easy to say like after the fact, obviously, because it looks normal to us now. But if the only thing we had were flat buildings and scaffolding used to create them, we would think that's the normal way, right?
I guess the whole thing is
because we did. But to be fair, the Egyptians did allegedly use scaffolding to build the pyramids. There were fucking wooden planks that they were rolling stones up and shit like that.
But just provide evidence to the contrary. Like we have what we have, so we'll just go with that.
That's not scientific rigor. What are you talking about?
I'm saying you have to provide evidence. That's not how it worked.
Basically, the only thing people about like with the alien stuff say is like, no, I think the Egyptians built it. There's a lot of archaeological evidence, and then like the argument back is just like, come on, man, like what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, where's your evidence?
Yeah, where's your evidence?
Here's my evidence. You see, sometime after the later Dryas period, right? This global flood that happened, of which we have plenty of evidence for that, right? Everybody knows that happened, and every religious and native myth has a reference to it, like literally every one of them.
Yeah.
The evidence is that while in the periphery of the Middle East, not Egypt specifically, but in the periphery of the Middle East, you see some of these rudimentary structures. In the other places, you don't, right? So in South America and the U.S., in Asia, civilizations that could not have possibly communicated with one another at the time were at around the same time building the exact same type of structure. Now, Egypt made it farther technologically than most of these other civilizations did. Most of them stayed with step pyramids, but they all started with step pyramids at the same general time within a 1,000-year period all over the world and could have never spoken to each other. So maybe Delco's right, that's just the logical way that people would have come about that. But we don't have any evidence that anything else popped up that way. So we don't have evidence that stone wheels popped up in multiple places all throughout fucking antiquity, in different places that couldn't communicate. It started in one place and expanded from there, right?
Yes. So, well, no, actually, I think the Middle East and China independently invented the wheel.
They were using way different types.
Yeah. But I think
pretty sure that Asia was using logs that they rolled things on, I think, or maybe that's vice versa.
The Egyptians used logs to roll the stones on.
Okay, yeah, that's that. Okay, so I'm backwards on that one. Yeah, but Asia actually had like a fucking stone wheel.
Yeah.
But speaking of China, though, forget the fucking pyramids. Pyramids are old news.
Gunpowder.
Aliens.
My new favorite theory is that China did not build the Great Wall to keep others out. Somebody else built the wall to keep the Chinese in.
Oh shit, dude! I like that a lot.
It's an open air prison.
Yeah, I like that.
We should do that to. I don't know, everybody that's not us.
Exactly. Do that on Canada, Mexico, all of it, dude, and just kind of figure it out there. I don't know about the Hitler thing. I believe in the alien thing.
It seems unlikely that Hitler himself got out, to be honest, because all the other people through the rat lines and shit that got out, Adolf Eichmann and those guys, they all got caught by Mossad within like what, a 15-year period or something?
Pretty quickly. Yeah. Also, like I don't know where Eichmann was specifically, like when that was going on, but
he was in Brazil.
But
right?
I mean, like
you mean
at the end of the war?
Yeah.
But Hitler was in Berlin, and I don't know how the fuck you got out of Berlin.
Well, it's not like he had a really distinctive look or anything.
Right.
No, and didn't they wouldn't they just pull the body out and put it somewhere? Like, where's the fucking body for Hitler?
They burned Hitler's body.
Immediately, in the same way that they threw bin Laden's body into the ocean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we know that answer at least.
Well,
bin Laden's
the Hitler
alive.
one, I don't know. The Hitler one, I don't know. But the other one, we do know the answer to that one. There's too many bullets. But yeah, I'm 50-50 on the Hitler thing. The aliens, though, I'm a full hunch. I'm a full hundo on that bullshit.
My theory with the pyramids, though, is they used to drink all the time on the job. They were just building a giant beer luge.
Could be, dude.
Or it was a geometric butt plug.
Yeah, you get to the top, and then you sit down, have a few drinks, a few laughs.
It's the same.
Back off.
It's the same shape that it wasn't Vlad because he used other types of material, but there was an impalement. I think it was actually in South America, right? Or was it Mexico, where they used the same, like Vlad the Impaler?
Oh yeah,
it's like
big fan of his
put
work.
you on something and tie some weights to it, and it just splits you in half from the fucking taint up, right?
Yeah.
I think it was the Mayans that did that as well, but they used pointed stone buildings.
Yeah, that sounds right. I mean,
They were particularly brutal. Like that fucking that temple in Mexico, just south of Mexico City. When it was, I think it was in the middle part of the 16th century, they sacrificed 85,000 people in a week.
No shit.
To open that bad boy up.
Yeah, but what people don't talk about is that was a fire harvest.
Were they uggos?
I'm sorry, what?
Were they uggos though, Bob? Because that I can understand if you want to, get rid of some of the uggos.
I mean, most of those cultures used virgins and stuff. Like, at least throw one at them first.
I don't want to use those. I mean, some uggos though in the town where you're just like, all right, you got a wonky eye. Let's get him out of here. Kind of fucking throw him on the fire.
Well, that is very Hitler-esque of you.
Is it?
Yeah.
God damn it.
He wanted to get rid of all the tards.
Yeah. Wow. I'll let you sit in that dirty diaper, dude. I'm not touching that comment.
Iceland did that.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Who did they get rid of?
They were curing Down syndrome with abortion.
Okay. How did that work out for those guys?
They don't have Down syndrome.
No shit. Anywhere in Iceland?
It's pretty rare, but for one particular reason.
Wow, dude. That's fucking gnarly. What year was that?
What? That was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Stop it.
You know what they say.
They've been off and off. They've been off in tards for this long, and nobody said shit.
Well, I mean,
the world?
if you wanna make an omelet,
yeah, you got to break a few chromosomes. I understand.
That's not great.
No. There's one right there.
Yeah, this is the headline.
What does it say? Iceland. This is CBS News. Iceland is on pace to virtually eliminate Down syndrome through abortion. CBS learns more tonight at 10 p.m. Yep, gather the family around, guys. We're going to sit down and watch the nightly news. This is how Iceland's getting rid of their tards. Jesus Christ, man. That's dark. I didn't know that story at all.
They found a solution.
A final solution.
Yeah, they sure did. That sounds like a fake news story, but that's real, huh? Jesus Christ. What about ghosts then, Bob? Are you into ghosts? Yes or no?
Yeah, ghosts for sure.
Really?
He said he saw a ghost
Seen a
once.
ghost.
Oh, God.
I don't believe that.
Man, don't tell me fucking Kang and fucking Croc were building pyramids and then I saw a ghost and you're like, get the fuck out of here.
No, it was actually Krang.
Yeah.
From Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a floating brain that was building all those things.
Sure was.
I think you should probably go ahead and jot that down.
Yeah, jot that down.
Do a fucking softcore history on Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That would be great. What year were they around? I don't even know the proper
80s, 90s,
year.
so it's,
Is that when it took place, or did they recreate it for the old Ninja Turtles?
I think it was inspired by
I like
Egyptian
the theory that Shredder was actually the good guy.
He was the good guy.
Yeah. I like that too.
Yeah. Speaking of ninjas.
Too. Yeah. Next story is about ninjas. UK. God damn it. I'm winding up. Booyah! Oh! I even fucking bowed, dude, on accident. Shit, it was like I'm at the fucking restaurant.
Well, it's an honor-based culture.
It sure is, and I honor their culture.
Yeah.
When I go to Benihana's, I bow to all those fucking people, dude. I'm grateful for my dinner, my Rocky special. A law banning ninja swords is set to come into force. This is fake news, right?
No, it's on his pull up Keir Starmer's Twitter. I swear to God, he tweeted this morning.
Yeah, I just saw this.
Force.
We live
after a relentless campaign by the family of a murdered teenager. I don't want to laugh at the murdered teenager, so please don't take it like that. But was he killed by a ninja sword?
It was a woman.
Yeah.
Ronan Kanda. She was stabbed to death.
16.
With
Her
a
name
ninja
was
sword.
not Ronan.
Yeah, it was. Ronan Kanda.
I mean, you can't make this shit up, Bob.
This is why it's called fake news.
It was Ronan A-N, not I-N, but still, it's a little on the nose. And maybe you got to wonder if that was part of the conversation. If Hodge was like, hey, what's your name? Ronan? Oh, no. Oh, ninja. Fucking stab.
Shit, dude. So now the final part of Ronan's Law, Bob, is what they're calling it over there, is a series of anti-knife crime measures that will make it illegal to possess, sell, make, or import ninja swords. Oh, on August 1st.
But put this up on screen. I swear to God, this is the Prime Minister. It's the Prime Minister of the UK's fucking Twitter account. Confirmed ninja swords will be banned by this summer.
Again, that's why we named the show this. Like, none of this seems real. And
why did you have to say ninja swords?
Yeah.
Why not just swords?
Swords in general.
First off, it's a katana.
Oh, God.
Either way, dude. What about a fucking medieval sword? You know? What about
a broadsword?
Yeah.
What about a scythe? Am I allowed to fucking clean the weeds out of my front yard anymore?
Guess not. Or a sickle? What did Billy Bob Thornton use in that retard movie? Sling blade. That was a sling blade. Was the movie called that?
Yes.
Sure was, dude. You're welcome. You're welcome for that. It's history that I just gave you, or I just forgot the title of the movie. The ban will be presented before Parliament on Thursday and will come into force this summer once it has gained approval. Ronan's mother, Pooja Kanda, come on, man. Pooja. Her name is Pooja Kanda.
I mean, what is that?
Does she have a sister named Anaconda? Like, what the fuck are we doing here, dude? Today marks a very important day for us as a family in our campaign. So they were the ones that started the campaign for Against Ninja Swords?
I mean, the last name Kanda has multiple meanings and origins, including a topographic name from Teluga, meaning hill, a Japanese name written as characters, and it means the present rice paddy.
They have a brother named Wakanda. I mean, Ronan's mother, Pooja, says, we believe ninja swords have no place in our society other than to seriously harm and kill.
I can't take... what?
They're not for display. They're not for decoration.
Can we
I'll be honest with you. I don't own one because if I did, I would only use it for violence. Maybe she's right. Maybe Pooja's right.
I would be slicing people in half.
Yeah,
in traffic.
That's it.
Like you cut me off in traffic, and I'm doing a fucking full somersault onto the roof of your car and stabbing a ninja sword through the roof like Kill Bill into your fucking forehead.
Yep.
I need the data on how many katana sword incidents there are a year.
I want to see
there's a lot.
I want to see what the law. Bob, can you find the actual wording of this law? Does it say ninja sword specifically? And then how do you distinguish what is and isn't a ninja sword? That's like this seems insane to me.
Well, Miss Kanda added, each step towards tackling knife crime is a step towards getting justice for our boy Ronan. Anyone caught with a ninja sword in private could face 6 months in prison, set to increase to 2 years. Under plans in the crime and policing bill, the weapons can be handed over in knife surrender bins or local police stations under a surrender scheme running in July. So, if you're a citizen of Britain, you have until July or the start of July there to go ahead and trade in your ninja sword without being arrested.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of them out there? Is there a lot of the British population that's just hiding ninja swords? Like, what do we...
Well, it's really only one part of the British population.
Which one is that?
It's the white kids from Liverpool.
Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
No, it's fucking Muslims. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Do they use ninja swords?
Here's a better idea, Idris. Kier, with your stupid fucking names. Get real names, by the way. You guys invented Western civilization to a large degree. At least British common law played a big part in it. Start using real names. Kier's not a real name.
No, it's not.
Stupid. Your fucking face is stupid, too.
Yeah.
Instead of banning kitchen utensils, ban Muslims. Get them the fuck out of your country.
Be a lot easier.
Yep.
But they won't say it. They won't say the word Muslim.
Oh, no. Keir Starmer last week said that the real problem in Britain is Islamophobia.
Sure is. And then yesterday in Berlin, a car crashed into a bunch of people.
Oh, no. That's the fourth time that's happened in Germany in the last month and a half.
But the car did it. That was the title. It says the car crashed into
4 times in the last month and a half, a car driven by a Muslim has run over fucking German citizens.
Yes.
4 times in a month and a half.
Yes.
But Islamophobia is the problem.
It is. I'm going to add one more story here, and then I'll let you get out of here. D'Anthony's going to do Tim Pool, which is awesome. A lot of people are asking when that's going to air.
It'll be live tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'll be tuning in. U.S. authorities have captured MS-13 top leader for the U.S. East Coast, 24-year-old Salvadorian national Henry, with just 2 R's, I guess. Jose Villatoro Santos, not going to live here anymore. The FBI announced on Thursday officials captured Santos in Woodbridge, Virginia, just south of Washington, D.C., and charged him with being an illegal alien and possession of a firearm. He is one of the top 3 leaders of the MS-13 gang in the U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel watched the arrest unfold from a nearby tactical operations center. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche and senior DOJ official Emil Bove were also present. They executed a clean, safe operation and got the bad guys into custody. And thanks to the FBI, we got one of the worst of the MS-13 gang members off the streets this morning. Virginia and the country is a lot safer today. Is this going to start happening now in Colorado is my question for you.
Well, I mean, it's the...
Virginia's blue, right?
Yeah, maybe not with the assistance of the local government.
Okay.
Like, they're not bound to do anything with the federal government necessarily, but it's going to happen regardless.
Yeah. Because my question is, with everything that happened in the appellate's court this morning, which is why I brought it up earlier in the show, what do you do with this fucking guy then until we can get him the fuck out of this country and into that jail down in El Salvador?
I don't think we should get rid of him. I think we should publicly execute him.
So do I, but obviously that's not going to happen. So what else do we do here?
Well, you say that it's obviously not going to happen, but I don't know that for sure.
I do.
I think you take him to rural West Virginia and you just drop him off in one of those cities and let them handle it.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
But as far as getting him out of here, we'll put him in a detention facility until this is adjudicated. They're not going to be able to stop us.
But how long will that take is my question. Because when I watched this press conference
it's going to be summer before any of this stuff gets done, to be honest, because they started at such a low court. This has been Trump et al.'s, Stephen Miller, et cetera's problem with this. Not that courts are intervening, but that one of the 1,000 fucking district court guys can just unilaterally do, like, fuck off. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
So it's got to go up the process now. It'll go to a circuit judge next, or a panel, either an M-bank or a full panel circuit judge next, and then it'll go to the Supreme Court after that. So it'll take as long as it takes.
Now, as much as we've bitched about Pam Bondi and everything else, I do like this, and hopefully this continues around the country.
Yeah, she's doing, as far as the illegal immigrant bullshit, Pam Bondi's doing a really good job. And allegedly, she has disseminated the unredacted Epstein files. I've heard this from Alex Jones and some people on his team, and then I heard it from some other people in the intelligence community as well. So we'll see if it's true or what they do with it. But Pam Bondi specifically has released all of the unredacted Epstein files to FBI investigators and to AUSAs, assistant U.S. attorneys, to start the process of prosecuting people that are guilty of crimes.
Okay, perfect.
That they can prove. I'm hoping that's true, and if it is, then I'll take back all the bad things I've said about her.
Awesome. I'll read our next sponsor here, and then we got a ton of listeners in the studio here that we're going to party with today. This podcast is brought to you in part by Stash. Saving and investing can feel impossible with Stash. It's not just a reality, it's easy. Stash isn't just an investing app. It's a registered investment advisor that combines automated investing with dependable financial strategies to help you reach your goals faster. They'll provide you with personalized advice on what to invest in. There you go, Ross. Proud of you today. That's a hard wink. I wish we had a little winky noise for me today to help reach your goals faster. They'll provide you with personalized advice on what to invest in. There it is again, Ross. Based on your goals. Don't drink hard AF seltzer all day and then do ad reads, okay? Or if you just want to sit back and watch the money go to work, you can opt into their award-winning expert-managed portfolio that picks the stocks for you. That's the easiest way to do this. Stash has helped millions of Americans reach their financial goals and start at just $3 a month. Don't let your savings sit around. Make it work harder for you. Go to get.stash.com/drinkinbros to see how you can receive $25 towards your first stock purchase and to view important disclosures. That is get.stash.com/drinkinbros. It's a paid non-client endorsement, not representative of all clients, not a guarantee. Investment advisory services offered by Stash Investments LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Investing involves risks. Offer is subject to T's and C's. All right, kids, we got a ton of listeners in the show. The old Tetherball Academy Media building here today, and I said, fuck it. Daddy's off. Let's have some drinks today, have some laughs, have some fun. Who wants to come up first for Drinkin Bro of the Week? Come on down, all right? There you go. I talked to you earlier. You can go whatever way you want. I don't care. Do whatever you want, dude. It's your world. It's your world. You're going to dance seat over there. There you go. Go all the way around. Go in front. Come behind. I don't really care. Yeah, you're good to go. So look, kids, we say this all the time on the show, and we mean it. There was a ton of people here today. We leave the doors open for you. You guys built this entire fucking place. Let's face it, man. This was one of the biggest reasons we put Hard AF Seltzer on WeFunder.com/Hard AF Seltzer. So you guys can invest in it, and that way you at least owning it instead of just supporting us and doing all this shit. And we do this when there's huge crowds where it's like, we like to meet you, know where you're from, and all that other shit. You've got a bottle here, which is
Yes,
dangerous.
I do. I got a great bottle for you.
I've been drinking. What do you got for me? First of all, what's your name, sir?
Okay, my name's Clarence Carroll.
Clarence Carroll.
I'm the only white guy with the name Clarence you'll ever meet in your
sure
life.
are. I was going to say Clarence Carter. Clarence Carter. Oh, shit. Clarence Carter.
So here's the deal. I belong to a pretty snotty bourbon club in Lower Alabama.
Okay, where at in Alabama?
Right outside of Fort Rucker, now called Fort Novacell, but we're going to change it back to Fort Rucker.
You sure
are. But anyway, we sent 3 of our members to Clyde Mays to barrel select some bourbon. So this one's got our Lower Alabama Bourbon Club logo on it.
No
it's
shit.
numbered. It's cask strength, and I don't know if you're feeling up to it, but I'd love to crack this bottle and have a drink with you.
Yeah, let's fucking do it, dude.
Here you go.
Let's do it. Let's go.
A gift. You're the gifter. You're the giftee.
Let's do
so
it.
you got to crack.
I'll drink. Hey, can I drink right out of the bottle?
Absolutely.
How nice is it? Let me ask you that. Because I'm gonna feel like a white trash piece of shit if it's a super nice bottle, and I'm like, oh hey man, it's a $500 bottle.
No, it's a barrel select. You'll never see another bottle like that. I hate that Dan had to run off because I'd love to, have a swig with him. But
Tim Pool's a big deal. That's a fun show for everybody. And and here's the honest to God truth with it. When either one of us get invited to do these shows, a lot of these people, you guys have had requests to be on the show. But if they ask us to be on theirs and vice versa, we'll always do it. So Tim Pool's always on that list for you guys. Andy Frisella is always on that list for you guys. And so, yeah, we always try to do it and facilitate it. And then one of us will fill in for the other one and do it. So apologies, but he is flying to do Tim Pool.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right now. But I will drink this live on air with you here.
And I'll take a swig right after you.
Perfect. Why did you pick this bottle in particular?
Well, because we own the entire barrel. We bought every single bottle of that barrel.
Okay.
So it's just you'll never see it again. It belongs to the Lower Alabama Bourbon Club.
That's awesome.
So you'll never see that bottle again. That's
and,
your bottle.
What's the ABV? What's the proof on this?
It says on there, I think it's 111. It's written on there.
Oh, boy.
It's a joke. Come on, it's bourbon.
No, I love it. 111, dude.
No,
for
check it
daddy
out. It's
today.
written on there.
No, I know.
Clyde Mays has signed the label.
Yeah.
So it's...
No, I see it.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, though, to drink 111 at 3:45 in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah. I got 130s from Headland, but...
Get the fuck out of here.
But I wanted to bring that one to you because that's special.
I'll turn and burn with you, brother.
So,
again, we appreciate it, man.
So,
I'm
Ross, I don't
down.
want to take up too much mic time, but I just want to. I want to tell you this.
I have nothing to do today.
I am
got a doctor's
literally
appointment later at 5, so I don't give a shit.
So listen,
and he knows. He watches the show, so fuck it.
I am literally. I mean, I know there's not too many of us out there, but I'm literally a day one homie.
No way.
I used
Pegging
to
explains.
Dude. No, you know what my favorite episode is?
Which one?
My favorite episode, I swear, there's a lot of good ones, but I think my favorite is when Scaramucci was on and he just lost his ever-loving mind and Dan let him have it.
You know what's funny? So
that's my favorite episode.
I'm gonna have a drink of this and I'll tell you the honest story about that because we get that a lot.
That's my favorite.
I get that question a lot on the show. Cheers to you. What's the name of your bourbon club?
Lower Alabama Bourbon Club.
Perfect. Here's to you guys, Lower Alabama Bourbon Club. What is it, Bourbon Club?
Yeah, Lower Alabama Bourbon Club.
I almost said Birmingham because I've been there.
No,
a lot.
that's way up north.
I know.
That's the northern Alabama.
I've been in Birmingham a lot, unfortunately. I was in a lawsuit 3 years ago.
Good beer in Birmingham.
Yeah, I like. Look, I like Alabama.
What do you think? I'm going to take a hit after you.
So here's my honest opinion of this. First of all, it doesn't hit you like the typical 111s. anything over 100 usually hits you super fucking hard. We were just like, Jesus Christ, man, this is fucking rubbing alcohol, but this is really good, actually. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Cheers.
Man, that's good.
It's very good.
You'll never have it again, but that's your whole
No, I will have this again. Like we drink all this shit, by the way.
Will.
Yeah, we drink it all, by the way. We do a bunch of live shows and live watches and all that other stuff. Who do you want to give Drinkin Bro of the Week to?
Well, okay. So I got to go
and
back.
Then I'll tell you the Scaramucci story.
Okay, awesome. So I want to give the Drinkin Bro of the Week to a young guy called Jake Wessling. He was one of my students at the University of North Dakota. I was a professor of military science there. By the way, I did 32 years on active duty, no guard, no reserve.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no kidding. Had a great career. But listen,
did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I loved it.
Okay.
Good. I fought in Panama, Desert Storm, Iraq, Afghanistan, and I'm going to get off on a tangent for 1 second.
Go ahead, dude. I don't have anywhere to be.
The hardest year of my life was the day I dropped my retirement papers, and then the day I retired. Because in the Army, to retire, you got to tell them a year in advance.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, having spent 32 years on active duty, I was really struggling what my identity would be, because everything I had ever done in my life was military. And not to blow you guys too much, but this podcast, having the Drinkin Bros, even in those early years, I mean, not to sound corny, but it really helped me bridge the gap from career military guy to now civilian. And without you guys, I honestly don't know where I'd be. And I want to thank Jake Wessling for introducing me to your podcast literally on day one. We used to meet I have a nice smoking room in my house when I was in North Dakota. We used to meet in my smoking room and listen to your books on audio. And we would.
At Night She Cries?
Dude, we would piss ourselves laughing. It's
the greatest.
And on a side note, I'd give the Drinkin Bro of the Week to my wife.
You can? You can give out two.
I can't, because she won't let me listen to this podcast in her presence.
Really?
Yeah, it's really bad.
I understand that.
And I travel. I probably put.
We're dirtbags.
You know
I
what?
get it.
That's funny you say that, because I am absolutely a dirtbag human being.
Same here.
And you guys have made me better. I mean that. And what what JT did in the old days, and what you guys continue to do. I don't think you realize just how many veterans out there are struggling, and they may not be struggling with PTSD. They may not be struggling with alcoholism. They may be like me, who are struggling with identity. What am I going to do after I get out of the military? And the intellectual content of this podcast, as well as just the douchebaggery that we all enjoy in the military, this has been, I can't thank you guys enough. So you guys are my second Drinkin Bro of the Week.
I appreciate it. I'll say this. I don't think it's just military, man. I think a lot of people are struggling. 96-ish% of our listeners are male, obviously. Huge shock there. And I think men start to struggle at a certain age with identity, whether it's either leaving a career, it could be military, it could be anything else, or trying to start a business, or you've got family issues, or issues.
Everyone has family issues.
Issues with your wife, or whatever it is. Like, all of us are struggling. And whether or not you're going to admit that or not, or just be fucking cool about it, like, no, that's just what it is. That's just life in general, and it sucks. And then if you don't have an outlet for it, bad shit happens. Now, we hear that Drinkin Bros podcast is a great outlet for it, and that makes me happy. And that's why I get up every day and I enjoy doing this job on a daily basis. The business part of it on the back end sucks, but everything else, doing the podcast every day, is a fucking blast. And we'll go into the Scaramucci thing.
Yeah.
Why
I'm
not?
excited about
Fuck
that.
it. Yeah. So we got Scaramucci on the show, and it started off super positive. So usually somebody will be in the chat for like 5 minutes. We'll kind of rap about life or anything else or whatever. And he was a fan, allegedly, and was big into investing and finance and all that other shit. And all of it was going great until the last, 5 minutes of that show. And it went so far off the rails that we were unprepared for it. That was certainly not a question.
Ross, I think he had a psychotic episode.
I'm not sure what it was.
Do.
To this day, by the way, I'm not sure what it was, but I can tell you this. It was all genuine and real. When he left, he left. We never talked to him again. And then our publicist sent us a text message of like, I don't think he's going to be back anymore after this, you know? And I was like, why? What happened? And then he screenshotted it and sent it to us. And he goes, these fucking guys, man, are anti-vax and all the other shit and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, we're not. Like, you want to make sure the vaccine's safe and everything else. And then to go to the White House years later, I was a mandatory, so I took it. And I told everybody on air, and I was like, it is what it is, man. If I die of a fucking heart attack or myocarditis or whatever it is, like, cool, man. But it was my choice. I decided to do what I wanted to do and everything else. How other people don't see that is always pretty shocking to me. And that was one of the most shocking interviews because that was not on the table whatsoever. And I thought for the first 58 minutes of that show, it was great. That was a great show.
It was a great show.
And then it took a hard left, and I was like, whoa.
When he called you guys frat boys or something like that, I knew it was going to go south at that point. Do you remember that? He said something about calling you guys, oh, you're just a bunch of frat boys.
And I don't mind
I'm
that.
like, be careful, dude. Be careful.
I also don't mind that. Like, look, we host a show where I'm able to drink 110 proof with you in the middle of the fucking day at 3:45. Oh, come on. That's fine.
Don't sell it short. I think it's 111.
111.
Yeah, 111.4.
111.4, sir. But so I understand that, and that like shit like that doesn't piss me off. But whenever you're saying you should do something versus not doing something, it's their own fucking choice. That's when we weren't cool as shit. So like Dan's, wait. I think it was, I forget. Going off on that dude was completely justified in my opinion.
I do too.
So after the show ended, because this is another thing that people don't know about that show, is him and I chatted, and he's like, "Are you pissed off about it?" And I go, "No." I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with that guy?" Like, I did not see any of that coming whatsoever, and to this day, we have never talked to the Mooch or Anthony Scaramucci since. So there's the real story behind it.
Yeah,
but
wow.
It was super fucking weird, and it kind of came up out of nowhere. Now, I will say this, on the flip side of that, there is some questions with some either celebrities or politicians or whatever that come in and they're like, hey, don't ask about this. If I know they're not going to come back to the show, I'll ask them at the end of the episode, where I'm like, all right, cool. If they walk out, they walk out. Who gives a shit? But yeah. Other than that, everything else is super fucking genuine. And you guys are here. I mean, you see what it's like on a full day, daily basis. So yeah, it's all real. And we appreciate you being here, for real.
Yeah, no, hey, my pleasure. My daughter's getting married tomorrow up in Gerald, Texas. That's the only reason I came here.
Really?
And yeah, Gerald.
Congratulations.
Have you been to Gerald?
I have not.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of it until you
It's
just
just
said
north of here, about 50 miles north of here. No, not even that far.
I don't leave this studio, and then my house is like 8 miles away. So it's like, dude, I'm lucky to see the sunshine on certain nights, Yep. I coach kids pretty much every night of the week.
Yeah, I noticed the trophy over there. That's sweet to see it in
There's
person.
multiple trophies. Let's not sell me short, brother. I've won a lot of championships for my kids. And when the oldest moved on and had to go to select and all that other stuff, he was like, Dad, I'm not winning anymore. And I was like, well, you don't really appreciate Dad now, aren't you, motherfucker? Yep. So, yeah. It's fun, but we enjoy it, and we love doing the show every day. And also, one thing, like I've said this before, but it really is true: zero desire to stop. Like I don't. There's no end date. There's no nothing. We've never had that discussion or conversation. The one thing I do wonder, waking up every day, is whether or not there's going to be enough stories or crazy shit to talk about. And like, goddamn, I mean, it's almost too much. Like we could go 4 or 5 hours a day if we wanted to, but yeah, here we are.
Well, I'll tell you something. I don't know who the guy is. I hope he comes up. I hope he comes up behind me. But there was a dude. We ran out of hard AF back there.
Did you really?
Dude, listen.
Just
well, we didn't want to come interrupt you.
We don't give a fuck.
But listen, this dude went and got hard AF out of his truck.
Oh shit!
I'm not kidding you. So we need to buy him. We need to pitch in and buy him a 12-pack.
I tell you what, I'll give him a 12-pack now. Are you allowed to come up? Is he allowed to come out? Yeah, come on up.
Yeah, so I'm out, Ross. Hey,
perfect.
Again, thank you so much.
Thank you
for your
dude.
for your support staff back here, and keep up God's work, because you guys are doing it.
We love you guys, man. We greatly appreciate it. And again, you build it, enjoy it, and thank you for coming.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Who do we got up here who is bringing hard AF out of his truck, dude? No way. No way. Put that mic about an inch from your face there, friend. There we go. There we go. What's your name?
Fucking Jacob, or TB like tuberculosis.
Oh, I like that a lot. Old school Doc Holliday.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I'm your Huckleberry. I like that. So you guys, there's fucking cases in there.
The show is going on, and we're like, we don't want to fucking.
We
interrupt
don't
it.
care, dude. We never care. You hear that on the show. Just come and grab another case. We don't give a shit.
Yeah.
People tear through them, too.
No, we tear through like 2 packs like in fucking like 40 minutes.
It's nuts, right?
Oh, it's fucking insane.
Because they're all Liquid Jolly Ranchers, and that's why they're all selling out.
I tried the original flavors.
Yeah.
They were good. They got you there.
Very, very good.
Strawberry shortcake.
Yep.
Great. But these new ones.
I know. And by the way, that was the plan all along. It just took me personally 2.5 years to find the people who would do it and who could facilitate it. So, yeah. And whoever's cracking them on camera, that you're welcome to come up. There you go, dude. We don't care. We've never cared on this show. There you go. I just put my hands on there. You know how many times I said that in college? Police officer arrested me. I just put my hands there, officer. I just put my hands there. Who do you want to give Drinkin' Bro of the Week to?
Oh, fuck. Can I do 2?
Good.
The simple one, my family. They've always been there for me, right?
Okay.
The second one, because I just got out, like, not even, I think on the 12th of March.
Okay.
Fucking Victor 3-6, Lima Company First Platoon, fucking all those hard dick motherfuckers out there.
That's awesome, man.
Fucking, yeah.
And where are they at now?
Oh, they're still over in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
They're about to do some cool stuff, but yeah, they're, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, fucking, they all love the show. They're all big fans. I'm fucking even surprised I'm up here, to be honest.
That's awesome, man. Cheers to you guys. We'd love to be in AFES and all that other shit, but it's really hard.
No, but I think I got the OG flavors from not even.
Yeah, Total Wine in Wilmington?
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
And then I went back whenever you get the new flavors and fucking Total Wine, all the other places, never, like.
Sold out.
All the time.
Gone.
Yeah.
Gone. Yeah. Yeah. I understand it. Who is the other one?
Just my family. Like, I got my dad's a dirtbag like me.
Sure.
He's watching the show, and he fucking, I think he watches more than me. I think I started back in high school. Episode 100, the live sex show.
Oh, goddamn, dude. Apologies to your father.
I was a senior at the time, so that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I went to 0 and came back up. But he watches it more than me because back when I was in, it was like cool to be. We'd be out doing whatever for 2-3 weeks and be like, "Oh, did you hear this? You hear that?" I'm like, "Oh, I guess I got to catch up now." But,
yeah.
No, dude, he fucking loves it. He fucking every single one is like, "Did you hear this? You hear that?" He fucking loves his shit.
Well, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Fucking thank you guys for having
And then,
me.
hey, grab a 12-pack. Seriously. You brought one from your car? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just grab a cold one out of there and take it with you. Seriously, you're good to go. Go ahead.
I appreciate it.
Go ahead.
Shit, okay.
Does anybody else want to come on up? Yeah, come on up. Uh-oh. We got a lady on the show? Oh, shit. I actually know this lady. Good to see you. How are you?
I'm good.
One of my good friends from Los Angeles is out here today. What up, girl?
Only like 12 years ago, 13.
I know, dude.
know.
I know. I left shit. I want to say 2014 out there. Put that about an inch from your face there. The mic. It
There we
moves.
go.
It moves, by the way. You can-
Oh. The mic moves?
Yeah.
It does?
It's flexible.
Oh, shocker.
It's flexible. Weird, right? Weird. Cheers, dude. Shit.
Cheers.
We've been friends for years and years
Yeah.
and years out there.
Yeah.
Did you eventually get out of Los Angeles?
Oh, yeah. I'm in Hawaii.
Yeah. How do you like
Yeah.
that?
Well, I mean, I'm from there, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7-year-old daughter, husband over there.
I know.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you guys.
Yeah,
it's
you
amazing.
too.
And I don't think you can raise a family in Los Angeles.
No, I don't think so either. It's kind of disgusting.
Yeah. It's super disgusting.
Yeah.
And getting out of there was probably one of the best decisions I ever made, for real.
Samesies.
Yeah.
Samesies for
Yeah.
sure.
What are you doing out in Hawaii right now?
I'm an esthetician. My husband's an engineer. And then, I'm doing that mom life hard.
I know.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing the mom life
Yeah.
hard. I think, look, at a certain point, man, you have to, right?
Yeah,
Where
you
it's like,
kinda do.
dude,
Yeah.
you either have kids, you don't have kids, but what else are you doing with your time?
Yeah. A lot of momming.
A lot of momming.
Yeah.
A lot of momming. Who do you want to give Drinkin' Bro of the Week to?
I'm gonna give it to my mom.
Okay.
Actually, because she rocked that mom life hard.
Yeah. And now you're partying hard here. Are you without the kids today?
Yes.
Good. Good
Yeah,
for you
this
and your
is-
husband.
This is actually our first trip without
Children?
a child.
No way.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We'll take all the booze you want with you and grab it out of the fridge. We got endless of it. You guys enjoy yourself while you're here in Austin. Apologies that it's raining here today.
I like it.
Oh, you do?
Because it's hot as fuck in Hawaii.
It's hot as fuck here too, man. It was It was 92 degrees the other night when I was coaching my kids, and I was like, "This is too much."
No.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
This is
and
crazy.
It's a dry heat too, so it really gets you.
It's not great. It's not great. Even last week, I didn't have a voice because I was, sucking in all this shit.
It's almost like I watch a show or something.
Yeah. Right? Jesus Christ. At least I'm back, though, and I feel good.
You're back.
Even my doctor.
You're on fire.
I'm on fire. My doctor, though, at least was like, hey, come back in at 5 today and let me make sure everything's okay.
I'm going to inject you with some vitamin B.
Something. Yeah, that's going to do all the things.
Yeah.
Because I really don't leave this studio that often. And then when I do go, it's usually straight to a practice or something like that.
Yeah.
And then that's it. So
I'm bummed I didn't get to meet Jables, though.
I know.
We didn't set an alarm because, jet lag and all that shit.
Yeah.
We were up till 4 a.m. because we never do that.
Sure.
I'm in bed by 8:30 every night because I'm a loser.
Everybody is. Yeah. She had a PTA thing today, so apologies there. But
Give
I'll
her
chat.
my love.
I will.
Crime Corner.
It's the best.
I love it so much.
Crime Corner's great,
So
dude.
good.
Everybody's listening to Crime Corner these days.
Picked a good one.
Yeah. I did all right.
Yeah, you did.
I did all right.
Job.
We got out of LA safely. God damn it. And it's awesome.
How did you even do it? Really?
It was one of those decisions where right around when Trump was running in LA, nothing became funny.
The first term.
Yes, first term. Nothing became funny. Comedy stopped. So the writing stopped. The movie stopped.
Yeah.
There was no comedy being made, and it was my wife who suggested, hey, I think you should make a pivot into podcasting because that's the only place where comedians were thriving.
Yeah.
The problem was my agents and managers were like, hey, dude, you're going to stop making movies? What the fuck are you going to do? Just host a show out of your garage?
Yeah, which is what
Ta-da!
you guys did, right?
Yeah.
Because you went to North Carolina,
Yes.
right?
Yes, well, it's exactly what we did. And then all of this other shit happened on top of it.
Yeah.
And now they called about 3 years ago, and they were like, can we do the advertising for your show? And I go, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. You can't. So
fuck
off, have a nice life, and that was it.
No, I was shocked when I saw your podcast because I was, because I knew you from back in the day, and I was like,
yeah,
holy shit, you really pivoted, and it worked.
It worked. But I also pivoted too into writing, directing, and other things along the way. And I think no matter what your job is or out there, if you don't pivot at the right moments and think about something other than your dream, because your dream becomes not your dream when you've got kids and a family involved.
Yeah, it changes.
It always changes. So you've got to be prepared for it to change. And if you're not, that's when you get caught, and that's when it sucks.
Yeah.
So,
true story.
And after that 111, maybe I'm being a little too honest today, but fuck it. I appreciate you being here. I'll chat with you and your husband afterwards. Is there anybody else that want to come up? Come on down if you want to. A lot of people back there are like, hey, dude, I can't fucking do it. There it is. Come on up here. There it is. Come on up here, sir. Put that mic about an inch from your face.
All right, let's do it.
There you go. You get a great voice.
Oh, thank you.
God damn, dude. You got a radio voice. There you go.
All right, let's do 97.1 with Ross.
I know exactly, dude. That's the old school. That's what my dad used to have.
Oh, that's awesome.
He had that deep radio voice.
Fantastic.
Because a lot of people asked, they were like, hey, dude, where's the voice? And I was like, father had that exact voice that you had.
Very good.
That's what he did for 30 years. 30 years. Pretty funny. Yeah.
I was 13 years in the DOD. I recently quit, what was that, 2023, end of 2023.
No shit.
Yeah.
Tell everybody your name.
My name's Sage.
Sage. Nice to meet you, Sage.
Nice to meet you as well.
And thank you for being here, man. How long you been listening?
I've been listening a short while. My wife, actually, she doesn't let me listen very much.
Uh-huh.
No, she introduced
hey, by the way, a lot of wives don't. They're just
yo,
dude,
the
I can't
original
do
listener.
It. That's awesome.
And then she introduced me to you guys, and so just a short while, but I love it. It's a lot of fun.
I appreciate it.
Glad we could come up here. Came all the way from Hawaii.
I know. And so, what else are you guys doing in America? And I hate to say America, but let's face it, Hawaii's far. That's a 5-hour. That's a 5-hour flight to Los Angeles.
It's far.
Let alone the rest of the world. What else are you guys doing here for your time? Your trip?
We're here for a wedding.
Okay.
One of my best friends from childhood. We grew up in Pennsylvania. We're here for his wedding, so I'm excited to be here for that. Get to see a lot of friendly faces and hang out. And then, out in the rest of America in Hawaii, I do a mix of things. I have a small business. I've been an engineer for 13 years with the DoD. I quit a couple years ago, and then I've been doing the whole looking for businesses to buy thing with Cody Sanchez's group. I don't know if you're familiar.
Yeah.
She's out here in Austin as well. And so I come every year for her conference.
So I just met Cody Sanchez for the first time at the inauguration in D.C.
Yeah, she was there.
So I met her and her husband there, and lovely people.
Yeah, her and Chris are awesome.
Yeah, and I was unaware like how big she was, and so when we were exchanging information, and I was just like, "Hey, you should come on the show," and vice versa, and all that other stuff.
Absolutely.
I looked at her Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, goddamn,
she's gotten huge.
2.5 million."
Yeah,
and I think her husband runs a production company. I think so.
I'm not sure what he does all sorts of stuff. He's been in the military, and he's got I think he was working in tech with the military as well at some point. So I don't know exactly what he's involved in right now, but dude is smart and driven. Both of them are, and it's fantastic.
They were great people when I met them at the inauguration. Yeah, they're fantastic.
I'm an ambassador in their community, so I help a bunch of people learn how to buy businesses. It's like 20 to 40 people every 2-3 months.
That's awesome.
And it's been a lot of fun, and being part of their community has been really enriching too. This is not a plug for them.
No, not at all. They're just good people. Yeah. It's just cool people. I know them, so yeah.
And they attract good people too. And so actually, it's funny because her dad actually, Stan Sanchez, is probably my favorite person in the community. So like, although most people follow and become part of it because of Cody, I'm actually kind of staying for Stan.
Okay, I like that.
He's a great guy. I love him.
That's awesome. Who do you want to give Drinkin Bro of the Week to?
Ooh, Drinkin Bro of the Week. It's got to go to my wife, Jillian.
Okay.
She's been amazing, super supportive.
And how long you guys been married?
We've been married about 7 years now. We've been together for, I think, 11.
Awesome, man. Congratulations. Yeah. And then you guys have a 7-year-old?
Yeah, and she is just amazing, too. She's brilliant, very caring, super mindful of just everything around her, and she's got a good heart. And so it's just a privilege, really, to be her father, and I'm excited for the woman she's going to turn into, and I'm going to pour everything I know into her and hope that she takes over the world. That's my goal.
That's awesome, man. Well, congratulations. Enjoy your time in Austin. I think it's supposed to rain through tomorrow night, but then Saturday's all clear. So I think the wedding and all that other stuff will be good for the weekend. So
fantastic.
I think you're good there. Thank you for coming, man. Greatly appreciate it. Does anybody else want to come up out there? Are you guys good? Nope. Everybody's raging here. You? Yeah. Cheers, brother. Okay. Appreciate you tuning in. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. And genuinely, thank you for all you guys coming into the studio, supporting us, having some drinks with us, and some laughs. Like, again, you guys built this place, so you should enjoy it. And love talking to you guys in person. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is Drinkin Bro.